time to go viral. I'm homicidal, I'm killing all my rivals. I'm the man, shit, I put that on the Bible. Spotify my target, cause you know I got the title. Hey, I'm a Mac too. I told baby shake that ass like she Apple. She said it's real, so she got my name tattooed. House full, so I hit it in the back room. Oh, baby said she needed now, peep the urgency. I want a little Kim before she had the surgery. Leg spread on that hardcore poster. She love twerking, she just do it for the coach. Big dog, bull massive. 6 tray Chevrolet, I'm classic. All these niggas mad at me, that's tragic. The main bitch in the bed, that's graphic. Yeah, we about to go viral. Hey, we about to go viral.
What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal, Viral Gang? We back at y'all with another one. As always, it's your host that do the most, Mr. Viral himself, a.k.a. the villain, because they hate me for my opinion. And as always, I got bro in the building with me.
Yes, indeed. LBC Messiah, man. The great. We're here to lead the way.
We're here to lead the way. We're here to wake the sheep that sleep. We got a good one for y'all. We got an unexpected one for y'all. I know y'all didn't see this one coming. We got a legend in the building.
I left my glasses too. We in Hollywood. I promise y'all it's tight.
Come on, man. We got the glasses on for you, man. We woke today.
Glasses, the lokes. I left my lokes.
Come on, cuz you on the coast. You got to come through with the lokes, man.
Believe
we got
that.
East Coast finest. We got Mr. Chris Gotti in the building.
Yes. Thank you for having me, bro.
What's the deal? Murder Inc.'s own.
Shout
legendary.
out Pop. Shout out Faye. Big Faye for putting this together for me, man.
Definitely shout out to the G homie Faye for putting this together. You feel me? Long Beach to New York, man. What's the deal? We was just out in New York not too long ago, too. Love it out there.
Oh, yeah?
Right.
Yeah, for
What
sure.
was you doing? You guys just checking it out or hanging out, or you was doing something?
A little bit of both. We was out there doing a DJ Academic show out there, and he in Jersey, but we was staying in New York, so we was bouncing around the boroughs, fucking with the homies and seeing the city.
Yeah.
I love the East Coast though.
Academics, one of them dudes that he came up from consistency. Just kept going with all the controversial shit he do, but he kept being consistent.
Consistency is definitely the key.
It's number one reason you gonna make it.
Definitely. So what brings you out to the left coast, the west coast, the west coast? What's the deal? I know it ain't just the smoke.
Great
and the
place
bad
to visit.
What?
Nah, I love it. I love it out here. But I'm out here for a movie. I just dropped a movie called Ballin' with Lance Stevenson. Safari. We #1 on Tubi for the last 3 weeks, over 3 million views already and counting, and I didn't even start promoting. So we out here for that.
#1 far as the movie that you promoting or just in general? Like
No, just the movie, for the movie itself on Tubi. We're the #1 black film, independent black film on Tubi right now. So let me explain. They have Tubi originals. That's funded. I'm not talking about none of the Tubi funded movies. I'm talking about the niggas that put up their little change and make their movies on Tubi. We #1 right now out of all of those films.
Oh, we definitely got a
That's
big
what's
salute
up.
to that.
Congratulations
Yeah, thank you. Thank
Man,
you.
Tubi
3 weeks right now and counting.
Tubi is throwing hella alley-oops out here. Tubi
I was talking about Tubi the other day. Tubi's the only place for our black films, man.
Tubi is the urban bag for sure.
It's the only place for independent black filmmakers to get a bag. Like first of all, Netflix, I love y'all, but they're not for us and my audience. My culture is not on Netflix. Tubi has over 110 million subscribers. That's our culture right there.
It's crazy though. I'm not gonna lie though. A lot of things I do see on Tubi be a lot of like, it's crazy, but
soft porn.
On low,
It's a whole lot of that.
Some of it, not everything, but I think they starting to get a lot better. But a lot of low budget stuff. Not saying it's low budget. Seem like just.
Well, you
I
got
think
a
some people
combination.
from our, like you said, I think they just getting that opportunity to be able to create and start somewhere. I think that's what.
You know, Hollywood here. We in Hollywood. Hollywood never thought we could fucking, as black men, could go out and make a film without them.
Right.
That's the facts. Because they thought it was too expensive. When I go into Tubi, this is hip hop when it first started. You understand? But this is hip hop or movies version of the hip hop first started. Right. That's Tubi.
Okay, so
what I mean by that is they didn't fuck with us in music until we popped off and controlled this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Think about what hip hop did in music. We killed everybody. Every other genre of music, we destroyed them and took it and became the biggest culture of sound in the world, not just America.
Yeah, I remember.
So when you get down to these things like because they would never tell us that. They would always block it because once they tell you, they got to pay you.
Mm.
You follow me? See, they can't tell you the number one in something and not compensate you like you number one. So they still figure their ways out to maneuver around niggas, but you know what I'm saying? But it's corny, but you could get to the bag. That's why we got billionaires in the game.
So given the numbers that y'all doing right now, straight independent, straight off the muscle, no major, nothing, just off the muscle, has any of the higher ups been reaching out to y'all like, damn?
Yeah. I'm in conversation with all of these different outlets that accept movies because that's the next iteration, right? Hand me a bag and I'll bring you the culture of a movie that represents the culture that people's gonna want to see. Make sense? That's what they did in music. Same exact thing. This is just movies. It's the same thing. And for someone like myself that did all these things in music with my brother, shout out Irv, you know what I'm saying? I know he's right here with me. You know what I'm saying? End of the day, it's the natural iteration. Where do I go? After you do the things you did in music, the next step is really movies. It's more money, it's bigger, you know. And that's really where I'm at. TV and movies right now. I still have music. I have a distribution company called Adventure Music. I got thousands of independent artists. Anyone on there knows what's up. I teach all my artists, I teach them how to own, operate, and monetize their own business. So I'm not a label no more. I'm about independent and pushing them from that standpoint. You know?
So there's no more, y'all not pushing no more Murder Inc.?
Murder Inc. is never gonna go nowhere, right? There's no one actively, the business has changed. That makes sense?
Is that through the streaming?
Hold on, do you see Death Row actively being active? Do you see, go through all the record labels, it's not just Murder Inc. that's not active. And it's because the game is different. See, the business changed, so the infrastructure of how we was dominating and killing and all these labels was killing and working, technology changed that. And then what happened with the record labels that was our partners, they fell back.
Would you consider like TDE and these monuments now the new era of those back in the day? Like
Say that again. I didn't hear the first
Would you
part.
consider like TDE, like
The Top
TDE,
Dog?
right? Yeah, so that's
that's my brother's company first. I always talk to him about it because that's Irv's production company was Top Dog Production.
That right?
That's
is that right?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that.
That's what he sold his masters was Top Dog, bro. No bullshit. That was the name of our company. It's all good. And no pressure or nothing. It was, like I said, I always make jokes because when I hear it, I was like, man, that's Irv's company. That was the first name of our company. Our production company was Top Dog Productions.
So you saying
when Irv first started, how about this? When Irv first started and we started going, I managed Top Dog. We didn't have a record label. My job was to make Irv the East Coast Dr. Dre. That makes sense?
It makes sense.
I believe I did it.
That's a bombshell. So Murder
I believe
Inc.
I did it.
was the original Top Dog Entertainment low key.
That's a fact. Go look at any record. You're going to see Top Dog Productions on any Murder Inc. record. You're going to see produced by Top Dog. Irv Gotti for Top Dog Productions. You're going to see it.
I definitely got to look that one up because you just dropped the bomb on me just now.
But it ain't no pressure. I don't know. It's not no big deal. You know, people, one thing in life, you come up with an idea, bet another nigga got it somewhere else. Just think like that, and then you'll be cool with everything. I understand that. You think you come up with something and you think it's just you. Nah, niggas is thinking like that over there. It's just they didn't get a chance to present it, maybe. But Top Dog, we got all our awards is Top Dog.
Okay, hey, look, hold on. Let me pop your shit then. Pop your shit.
Nah, it's all good. It was Top Dog Productions. It's all good.
So when you knowing this information, do you feel like, because that's not highlighted, I would have never knew that or thought that.
But you can look at every record that we put out, you'll see Top Dog. Go back to Mike Geronimo, you're going to see Top Dog Productions. You understand?
Do you feel like they took it?
No.
Or are you just saying that?
I feel they look at y'all reaction. That's why you can't feel they took it. Y'all didn't know about it. He probably didn't know. He feel he Top Dog Productions. That's it.
Because
he thinking it's his name.
Right, but because of me,
I think he spells it D-O-G though, right?
Yeah, it did.
Irv didn't spell D-O-G.
Is it D-O-G or is it D-A-W-G?
It might be D-A.
Yeah, Irv is D-A. Ooh.
Let's talk about it. Okay, let's talk about it. Girl. We can get into it.
It ain't nothing, nigga. Trust me, it's nothing.
So
I love that what they do too. They top niggas. They killing it. Keep that. Make sure they understand that part. Like they really about that work, and that's all that matters.
It's no malice to it. If it's the truth,
Yeah.
it's the truth. We not one of those platforms like,
It's
oh,
music.
you
It's all music.
shitting on them. If it's the
all
truth, it's
music.
the truth. It's
It's
nothing new
all
under the
music.
sun.
Get money, my nigga. Get money.
Absolutely. That's the name
That's
of the game.
the only thing I'm interested in to help my people get money.
So-
Anything I do is about black and brown.
So did you transition to the movies because it got harder to get money with the streaming era? Because it seemed like all the artists, they be complaining about they starving with the streaming.
They-
now you see them
Only
content
the
creators.
top artists get money, and then you got a lot of artists that that could get money that could stream well, but maybe their music ain't that crazy. But I stopped going to music long time because of Irv when he stopped. See, Irv, everyone don't understand. Irv stopped music because Universal cooperated with the government against us in our Fed case. So how could my partners, our partners, work with us if they try to get us locked up in essence? You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, in our trial, we had to sign documents because they stopped paying us. That's how you knew they was fucking with the government. They stopped giving us money that they contractually due to pay us. And they forced us, because we spent over $14 million on that trial, and they forced us into a position where they wasn't paying us, and we was like, we need our money. We had our lawyers all over, but it's hard fighting the government, you know, and paying and fighting for your freedom and your business. Like, it's a lot. And we made a decision in the middle of our trial to get money. And that was, we signed away our rights to Murder, Inc. in the middle of our trial. Imagine that.
So y'all basically sold it.
We didn't sell it. We made, it was, again, to get the money that they owe us.
Right.
That's what they said. You got to sign away. If you go to jail, we own this shit 100%. If y'all don't understand how foul these crackers are in this business, man, think about that. You fighting for your life, and that's what they doing to you, and they owe you the money. It's not like I'm asking them to lend me my money. I'm saying, pay me my money. And they say, well, if we pay you the money you owe you, if you go to jail, we taking Murder, Inc. We don't know how that worked out.
Yeah, but what type? Yeah, exactly. I would think you would think what type of contract could they even have to even get y'all in a bond?
You talking contract? I know niggas talk
past all that.
Nah, you know, Don King taught me something, because everyone said Don King's a crook, right? And I go to Don King and I sit in there, and he wanted me to bring music to all his boxing matches. This is early days when he was the biggest promoter in the game. And I'm like, damn, Don. I said, I don't think your audience is my audience. So I don't think it works out. If you go back in those days with Mike Tyson, you don't see black faces. You see rich white faces sitting in them front row seats. They don't want to hear niggas rapping. You understand what I'm saying? That's not, so I told him that, and he said, damn, young blood, you right. I didn't think about that. And I said, cool. But I said, Don, I got a question to ask you. He said, what's that? And he said, I said, why everyone think you a crook? And the nigga stepped back, he started laughing, and he say, because I don't give a fuck about contracts. This is Don King. This is a black man saying this. He get it from somewhere. He learned from somebody. We all learn from somewhere, somebody. You understand? Who's your OG, nigga? Who raised you? TK Kirkland shit.
Shout out
You know what I'm
to
saying?
TK.
Who raised you, man? You understand what I'm saying? So when he said that to me, I said, damn, Don, that sounds like a fucking crook to me. He said, let me explain to you, young blood. And he's sitting there, we eating. And he started pointing at these three guys at the table. He said, those are my lawyers. They work for me 24/7. He said, most people don't have that. He said, so if I guaranteed a fighter $1 million, and they thought, I got $1 million. Okay, Don King, gonna give me $1 million. I'ma sign. Don said, I go out and find, maybe I could only get him $750. Don, you a crook, Don. I ain't fucking with you, Don. My contract said $1 million. Okay, no problem. Let me go find out if I can get $1 million. He said, and the longer I wait, the broker they get. Think about it. Fighters don't make no money unless they in that ring.
Unless they fighting, exactly.
Only Mike Tyson that I could think of, and maybe Sugar Ray Leonard, had a marketing deal outside of the ring. Meaning Pepsi was Mike Tyson, and I believe, I can't remember. I think Sugar Ray Leonard had some. No fighters, even Floyd, has no sponsors once he don't fight. If he ain't fighting, he ain't getting no money. So there's no bread coming in. And when you a top fighter, how many times you fight in a year? Max. 2 times. Now you get a lot of money, but you get big bills. You got a lot of bitches. You know what I'm saying? You doing all of that shit, blowing it. So your money go down and niggas be like, how niggas go broke? Then you got the tax man waiting. It's just business. And he's playing the game from a business standpoint. And we looking at it like he robbing somebody, but he learned from somebody. So when you ask me about contracts, they playing Don King game right there. Oh, you need money, nigga? Oh, I don't give a fuck about your contract. You can't fight me. Contracts are only good as what you are willing to fight for. Meaning, I got to sue you. I got to go to court.
Right.
That's all a contract represents. So when you do a contract, that's why I don't get into the niggas with all of the, I want my master. Nigga, you sign something. The reason I say that, it's not because I'm trying to take advantage. As men, you got to honor your word. But niggas never want to honor their word. You know what I'm saying? And you have to know who you getting in business with. If you getting in business with a creep and you get creep business done back to you, you got what your hand called for. You know what I'm saying?
So basically, you saying when y'all caught that Fed case and they stopped paying y'all and froze the assets, y'all didn't have the bread to even enforce the contract anyway.
We didn't want to sell our homes. We got a lot of houses. We had a lot of property, a lot of real estate. We didn't want to leverage the house just to pay for our lawyers and fucking and private investigators. We pay for everyone on that trial. And niggas always talk about we wasn't paying for Premes. Yes, we was, nigga. Niggas don't understand life. The feds stopped us from paying Supreme's lawyer. You understand? What are you going to do when they say you can't pay that man's lawyer? We was paying our accountant's lawyer. Then all of a sudden, they told us we couldn't do that. So we thought she was cooperating. Shout out Cynthia Carr. She never said a word, but she had to pay her own lawyer bill. But everyone else, we put up everyone's bonds to get niggas out, millions of dollars to get niggas out, everything. Every lawyer paid, all the private investigators paid. We didn't let no one deal with none of that shit. So no pressure.
So looking back on the whole Fed case, do you still take it personal that the record label basically worked with law enforcement? Because,
how can you not, man?
Because they looking at it like this is just business. We not getting shut down for y'all.
See what happened when you find out 2020, what they say, hindsight's 2020. You know
exactly.
What I'm saying? All right, we didn't know in the moment. We don't realize all of this shit until that day happens. We're already in our trial. You understand? They already been doing foul shit. We didn't know why. Then we understood why. Our lawyers found out they're on the other side cooperating with the government. You understand? But in the middle of it, when you're in the middle of the storm, you usually don't see shit. Think about that, right? You in a storm, you see only maybe certain things that's right in front of you. You don't see all the things playing by other people around you. So we didn't expect the people that we made billions of dollars for to be against us. And the reason they is because the Feds said, if you help them, we coming after y'all. Y'all gave Preme that money. See, niggas don't want to hear the truth. You understand? The facts are the facts. They put $1 million in Preme's hand for a soundtrack. And that's when the whole case started. Because they didn't want Preme to be legitimate.
Yeah, because I was always wondering, what was his role at Murder, Inc.? Like, we heard about the street rep and all of that. We heard about the ghetto Qurans, and I'm like, okay, they obviously coming after Preme.
I'm going to tell you something that, again, I always put shit in perspective whenever I come out. I put shit in perspective because you usually only heard it from one side, right? So if one side is the only one ever you heard from, you don't really understand the full picture. You know what I'm saying? The reality is, Preme never knew. Irv meets Preme, I got to go to the Essence. And he said, can you make a movie? He asked Irv. I'm from Hollis. See, I'm not out here. There's colors out here, right? This is red or blue, right? No, in New York, I'm from Hollis, Queens. I didn't fuck with niggas on the South Side. I fought niggas my whole adolescent life from the South Side. So I'm not in the gang, but I'm Hollis crew. That's my gang. You understand? That's my crew, Hollis crew. We didn't fuck with no one, but we did fuck with a little few people on Murdoch, of course, and Springfield in Queens. Southside, mortal enemies, like not on sight. Nigga, Monkey Dave, I don't even know who Monkey Dave is to this day. I've been trying to find this man. I swear on everything. Monkey Dave is from Southside. He was like, it was like a job. Every day, there's only one bus that gets you to Hollis, Queens, and it's the Q2. And it starts in the middle of Southside. So if we didn't get on that bus, I'm getting it from the homies. That's why wasn't you on that bus? You go to the bus and Monkey Dave would be there with 15, 20, 30 niggas every day. I fought them niggas every day. Monday through Friday like a job. Saturday and Sunday, we banging niggas. It was just like that.
Okay,
Niggas would ride through Hollis and lay niggas down. Bang, bang, bang. This is what I grew up with. This is how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? I kept my brother out of that. That's my little brother. Irv, I raised Irv. Well, I keep him away from any of that activity because I seen something different. And I was right again. History proved that.
See, I'm thinking all of that started with 50. So you saying it was already lit just with Southside, period. The 50
First of
just so
all,
happened to
again,
be from
you know,
Southside.
Again, everyone brings up 50 because you only heard from him. You only heard from him. And even further, he got a big voice. He's a star. He's a big star. So people gonna gravitate towards and listen to it. You know, if I told you I don't know him, how could we have a beef? Right? On some real shit. He never came to Hollis. He was never that nigga. He's from fucking Rochdale. You want me to show you Rochdale? That's where we went on Hollis to go get the bitches. Which is right borderline the South Side. But it was fair territory. Like there's grounds, right? I'm sure out here that you could go to. You might see some Bloods, Crips there, and it's cool. It's not that area. So I could go to Rochdale, my man June, shout out June and all them niggas over there, and I go play ball in Rochdale, everything. He's from Rochdale. 134th right there. Rochdale's right here, the buildings. That's 134th Street right there. That's Rochdale. Where Preme is, Baisley, 40 projects. Nah, I couldn't go there unless I had clearance. You know, I told Preme all this shit, all the active shit. Like I didn't know Preme when he was Supreme. I knew of Supreme when he was Supreme. Does that make sense?
No, I know what you're saying.
We wasn't cool.
Makes sense, yeah.
We met after he did 12 years. He overturned his case, came home. He was in the halfway house or whatever. And we shooting a video on the South Side.
So
See, we did all of that.
So Preme he from Southside, right?
He the king of Southside. Don't get it fucked up.
So Supreme from Southside, but y'all don't like Southside. So how did y'all even connect?
I'm telling you, Irv is shooting a video, Get the Fortune, Fuck the Fame. Ja Rule, Cash Money Click on Blunt Records. I don't know how Irv ended up picking location. It's right there in Southside on the heart of Guy Brewer, which is the main block that runs through all the Southside. But Preme's has like nail salons, barbershops, all on that block. So we're shooting in his shop. Now, Black Just, his right hand, that's my man. See, I had relationships with Preme Team people, Bimmy, Black Just, you know what I'm saying? That was Preme Team that I'm cool with, everything is good, but I understand. You know what I'm saying? But Just is there, and my brother, I didn't go with my brother that day, and Irv calls me like, yo, I'm like, what's up? He's like, yo, this nigga Preme's about to be over here. I'm about to meet this nigga Supreme. Why would he call me? You call your man in that situation. What you calling him for? You thinking just in case. So he let me know. I get my man Kali, me and C, go right to the video set. We grab it and go right over there. By the time I get there, he said, yo, Preme left. I said, what happened? He said, nah, he was cool. The nigga was mad cool. And he asked me, can I make a movie? I said, word? Okay. And then just like any other relationship with Bill, that's what he did with Irv, not me. He did that with Irv.
So Irv linked with Preme. You met Preme.
Irv is out at this club. Preme ended up being there. Irv was over here. Preme would be there. And they just started just rapping and talking. But Irv would tell me everything. That's, again, I'm my brother's keeper. That nigga would call me and tell me. And Preme was always cool. So all my homies in Hollis was like, how your brother fucking with this nigga? You know what I'm saying?
They like, it's lit with the South Side. Fuck you doing with him?
Yeah. Now, there's a lot of just like in any territorial things, there's a lot of casualties of war, let's call it, that you know, that's probably why you can't apologize for certain things. Right? You cross certain lines. And I seen it happen, so it's possible. It's just very, very challenging if you cross those lines.
So from that point to Preme being down with Murder Inc.,
Yeah.
how did that connection happen? Because he coming to you saying, "Can you make a movie?"
Yeah.
Next thing we know,
he came to Irv, and again, just like any relationship, Irv started fucking with him. I started fucking with him. I just started watching his moves though. I'm watching him. He know that if we put Preme on right now, I probably could do it after the podcast. I call him, and he'll tell you everything himself. You know what I'm saying? He'll tell you, like, when he first came in, I'm watching him because I'm watching him with my brother. I'm making sure no funny business. But Preme did nothing but help Murder Inc. And he didn't help with like violence. He helped with relationships. That nigga name ring bells from here to back to New York and everything in the middle. Period. So when I walked out and we got to do a show in Kansas City, I had homies in Kansas City now. You understand? That's what Preme really did for Murder Inc. And when you ask what position, I laughed because we would be on video sets and he'd be like, "Yo, what's my job title?" Right. We offered him to take a job. And he would never take it. We was like, "Just take the job, nigga." He wouldn't take it. We wanted to put him on payroll. We wanted to put him on payroll. He would never take the job. He's like, "What's my title?" I said, "Nigga, be the fucking president. I don't give a fuck. I'm the janitor, but I'm telling everyone what to do as the janitor."
At this time, is this when y'all already hot, y'all and stuff like that?
We on fire. But we tried it. You know, when Jay said he put Preme in the truck, which, you know, he put him in the truck, but he didn't offer him a job, but he definitely put him in the truck.
So Jay wasn't capping?
Nah.
Because a lot of people say he was capping.
Come on, man.
Okay.
Irv and Jay was like, Jay used to sit in my office waiting to talk to Irv, my nigga. Keep it a buck. It's just when you get big, maybe you don't like niggas hearing that. But I don't know why. It's the truth. It's what you come from. I don't have a problem because I'm not saying it with malice or nothing. I love Jay. That's my brother. You understand? End of the day, that's a fact, though. He would talk to Irv, nigga. He would talk to Irv.
And this before Jay was Jay.
This is before Jay.
Like he trying to get on still.
Irv was Jay's DJ to start and put his shows together and would do all of that with him. So whenever Jay was going through, so he'd come and sit. And where's you? He on his way. You want me to close the door? You need something? Stay in my office. And Irv come, he talked to him, then he bounced.
Are you still locked in with Jay? You still talk to him, or is
not
he
like
just
that?
Listen
to me. You gotta allow. You gotta allow the growth and development. It's not like we not still cool or anything. I still got his line, but things change, right?
Is Jay Hollywood?
So you saying he went Hollywood once he got them billions or what?
I can't say that. See, you got to understand growth. If you understand growth, then you don't say Hollywood. That's growth. Like, does he have to stay in the hood? I'm still in the hood.
He said, I'm still outside.
No, I'm still outside, for real. And it's not because I have to be. It's because it's a choice. I talk to the young niggas. I'm trying to help niggas, trying to empower them. I'm always, every hood USA. That's why when niggas say, "Yo, you gonna come do my show?" Wherever you at, nigga, I'm there. You understand? I'm coming. It's like, that's the only way to actually affect change for me. The way I know how to do it. I don't know how to do it no other way.
No, that's solid. So for the younger crowd that don't really know the whole story with the feds, what was the official reason they came after y'all? Was they wanted to get Preme and they was using y'all to get him?
But absolutely, that was the tone. Was tell us a story on that man and we'll let you go. They came to us with 3 different offers during the process. The first offer, you go 1 year, then Irv go 1 year. This way the business never stops. Exactly what they told us. We facing 20, they breaking all federal guidelines to just get us to tell on Preme. The next deal was 6 months, 6 months. The last deal, No jail time. 0. Just probation.
Yeah, because when I'm looking in the media, I always see 50 reference like, man, y'all didn't beat the feds. They was coming after Preme. Like, what angle did he have with that? Saying like y'all wasn't
Again,
really fighting the feds.
He's very good at spinning his shit. You know, he said he got shot 9 times. I'd argue that, but that's a whole nother story. You understand? End of the day, this is real shit. It's like, but how do you do it in this world? I'm not used to this. I never wanted to be part of this. It's just that I have to for business now.
Right.
You understand? But that's the facts. Like, but when you say we like, you know, again, I'm gonna ask 2 real niggas right now sitting here. How do you have a real beef that is portrayed? You feel we have a real beef. How do I do that without knowing a nigga? I got 0 losses on the street. 0, nigga. Say
Talk
that.
your shit.
Now niggas got touched over there. Everyone got touched over there, but I don't care. That was part of what went on. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a hunter. I'm not a hunted nigga. You're never gonna be, I'm coming, you do that. You understand? And I'm not acting like I'm I know I'm not a sucker and I live by the side of right. I let mad niggas live because I just said that's not fair. Don't do that to that. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, with homie, it's all good. It's like, I wish him all the success. I sit here and tell you, I have no ill will. I did that because of job, not because of anything else. If your homie has got an issue, it just happened to become yours.
Do you really wish him all the success? Because he done said some crazy shit since Irv passed. That whole post about I'm smoking on my ops.
But you know what? Listen to me, it's game, nigga. You can't smoke on ops unless you did that, right?
Right.
Am I bugging?
Nah, that's the rule.
Okay, so then if that's the rule, why is niggas giving him a pass? You understand? See, this is the shit that I get upset about with fans, let's say. Because all the media let it go. No one wanted conflict. No one wanted to talk to him because they know he coming back at them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not cut from that cloth. I don't care who you are. I dealt with every animal, every savage coming up with Irv because they wanted a piece of the goose that laid the golden egg. So for me, it's natural. Everyone wanted to get Irv. Everyone wanted to take advantage of Irv. That's why when people say, oh, Preme, what? Preme could not do that. You understand? I wouldn't be here. If it would be one or the other. You can't extort me. You're not doing that. That's what, he did. Preme's extorting nigga. What? Are you fucking crazy?
He's saying a lot of stuff that he didn't put out, the perceptions that we would have.
Perception's the main thing.
A lot of stuff is fabricated.
Oh, no question. But at the end of the day, he's very good at it. Like, think of his career. And I always tell everyone, I don't want to be the one to say, but if you really just look, you see the full bullshit. He beefed with everybody he's with. He beefed with everybody that he's with. Where's you? And you the biggest nigga in New York. How come I never seen you without the police or the feds in New York City? You couldn't stop me if that's me or Irv. You would have had to kill us because we going out with our niggas without the police and having a good time. So when he talked that shit, it's like, but niggas don't really know that. And it's like, nigga, I was out everywhere. The nigga would have parties in his house in Connecticut. Don't do that, bro. I don't care, though. That's you. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I'm different. I don't care. And at the end of the day, I like niggas getting money. You know what I'm saying? And then you said, oh, he said things. I know. It's all cap, nigga. He's very good at that. That's what made his career. I'm going to give you another jewel with niggas. If you get successful in any form, whatever you did to become successful, you never going to stop doing it. Remember, I'm telling you that. That goes for white, black, Spanish. It don't fucking matter. Whatever way you got your money, you're going to remember that's what it did, and you know how to do it. He knows how to fucking, what do y'all call that shit when you troll niggas?
Trolling?
He's the king of it. Look what he doing to Diddy. Why? Why he shitting all over Diddy? Why wouldn't a black man and he's successful up? What are you trying to bring that nigga down for? What do you want to kill a nigga for? I don't get it. You don't know Diddy. You met him after you got big and, you know, in the music industry, but it ain't like you grew up with a nigga. It's just, I look at life different. I don't know. Maybe that's the problem. But at the end of the day, it's like, come on, leave that nigga alone. He shit on everybody. Nigga got with Floyd Mayweather. You didn't know Floyd. I was with Floyd way before you. So he couldn't have been with you. Okay, I was with Floyd because of Jay Prince. You understand?
Mm.
Because of Jay, me and Jay like that, and I'm with Floyd, and you got video footage you're seeing Irv, myself in the rings with him. He's Pretty Boy Floyd, not Money Mayweather. It's a different Floyd.
Mm.
But then he go and get with 50. And then 50 shit all over him. He's very good at trolling niggas. What could have Floyd did to him to warrant that? But no one look at this. They just laughing it off because it's fun and games. You know what I'm saying? Until someone get hurt.
Yeah, because I still was trying to figure out where the essence of the beef started from. 'Cause like you
Handshake.
said, we only heard one.
Handshake.
That's the story I heard. It was from a handshake.
It's a handshake.
So that's
It's
official.
no bullshit. He wanted Ja's attention. I'll give you even more. Like, again, niggas is always talking about the 50 shit. For me, I'd be tired of it. It'd be 20-something years later. 50 bought 4 beats from my brother and never came to get them. $100,000 first half out of his fucking pay, his account for his budget for his record. This is when he signed on Columbia Records. Yeah. See? Tina Davis. I got receipts. They sent 100,000, 4 beats, 50, and that was the love price for Tina. Why would you want beats from my brother if you fucking hate niggas? Why would you allow that if you hate niggas? You understand? Come on, man. It's fake. It's fake. Everything is fake. This world is fake, nigga. This show is fake right here. We in the Matrix, nigga. Right?
Nah, this shit real right here,
Why does everyone...
This shit real right here. I can't let you get that one out. We were on there. I can't let you get that one out.
Under the lights.
Yeah.
Like under the lights. But at the end of the day, that's if you in these Matrix, you're supposed to understand it better.
So the whole situation with Ja and 50 knowing somebody that supposedly robbed Ja and stuff like that, that wasn't real. So that's what I would
it's real.
Me knowing. So
you're never gonna get me to lie about something. It was a bad mistake by homeboy that did. That's all it was.
From my knowledge, he say that's how everything.
He gonna say he sent him, right? I know that's a fucking lie. Okay, he didn't send him. That's Ja's man. Ja's from Woodhall, End of Hollis. That's the End of Hollis is Woodhall. The project's right there. I forget the nigga name. I'm getting old. I don't remember the nigga name. Forget the nigga name. But the nigga is Ja's boy. He's ruling up, fucks with him. So what you gonna do if your boy spin on you and say, yo, time? Right? That's what you faced. And Rule's like, yo, whatever his name, he's like, yo, you bugging. I keep saying Life, but Life isn't his name. I forget his name. He's like, yo, what you doing? Yo, give me that shit. This is when Rule just got on. So he trying to come up and get some money. Bad mistake, my nigga. The jewelry was returned right there that night. He had it for a couple hours, if that. So, but 50 gonna spin it like he sent him and did. 50 wasn't nothing yet. Yeah, Hold on, 50 wasn't nothing yet.
See, but this
you understand the timeline?
Yeah.
He was nothing yet.
But 50,
I'm not trying to shit on the nigga. I'm just saying, if you just use your own understanding of everything. Rule just got
50,
on.
I don't think 50 ever said he sent him. I think he said he knew the nigga who robbed him.
Yeah, we then, Queens. You know everybody in Queens. It ain't hard.
And that's when Ja tried to
It ain't hard.
Together.
It ain't hard. You know a lot of niggas in Queens. You know a lot of niggas in Long Beach. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
I'm asking because like
I'm not gonna lie.
We from the outside looking in. We only ever heard one side. So I'm like, let me ask the man so I can hear it from the horse's mouth. You know?
Don't forget, go watch Ballin', #1 movie on Tubi right now. That's what I'm here for.
Definitely go watch Ballin'.
I got all of it for you. What they got to say? All the smoke?
Yeah, we need all the smoke, man. We need it all. But nah, what's up
Shout out, Matt.
What's up with y'all? Y'all still locked in?
Of course. We just did a tribute to Irv, Hot 97 Summer Jam. Ja's my brother.
I see him doing more. I seen him drop a single or something. You think that he's trying to get back in that bag? Yeah, I seen him make a video.
Nah, I think someone listen, he got a bag to do it, but I think someone asked him to get on the record. I don't know. I promise you, if he dropped a single, I'm unaware of the single. But I do know there's someone from Brazil that paid a bunch of money. Like, you get all these people that'll put up the bread to make a record, and he did a record.
Now, let me ask you a question, because there was a rumor floating around about the industry, about Murder Inc., Death Row, Rockefeller, all the conglomerate record labels at the time.
It was only three. Rap A Lot,
Rap a lot. They said y'all had
Row
a
and Murder Inc. It
exactly.
was us three.
They said it was a
It's
an
not
underground meeting where
Yeah.
y'all said, "Hey man, we getting all this damn money. Let's cut the middleman out and let's run the game." And
it wasn't just run the game.
was that meeting real or was that just rumor
1,000%.
shit?
It's no rumor. Jay Prince talks about it in his book. He talks about it. He said he's the only one that escaped the feds after that meeting.
But they said him and Jay, because they said somebody leaked the info
Jay
about the
wasn't
meeting.
part of it.
So he wasn't. That's what I was getting at, because they said Jay was a
wasn't
part
of
of it.
that meeting. It was not Jay-Z. It wasn't Dame Dash. It was my brother, Jay Prince, and fucking Suge Knight. And Irv was saying I'll bring Jay in, but he wasn't in that meeting. You understand? But at the end of the day, it was like we was trying to form a coalition, basically.
What made it not happen?
Well, the feds came and got us and came and got Suge.
So
dismantled that shit
Right,
immediately, man.
Okay, so everybody.
And we was gonna make record labels pay for the artists. We wasn't trying to take the money from the artists.
Mm.
We want the labels to pay.
So
Yeah.
people throwing dirt on Jay's name, acting like, Jay's the only one who came out unscathed. The rumor is he leaked the info and he reaped the benefits and everybody went down. So you saying he not even a part of the meeting at all.
What info is he leaking? Come on, Jay's, man. We don't have no one left. But niggas want to tear that man down. Think about what I'm saying. Who do we have in this culture? If it ain't Ho, please protect that nigga. Please protect him. They just look what they doing to Diddy for fucking really that case should be fucking assault and battery or whatever, domestic violence.
Right.
And then again, if a nigga want to pay for a nigga to smash his bitch, that should be legal in America, man. All the foul shit here in America.
No, that's fact.
We worried about that.
They mad Diddy is free.
Like everybody's cool with it, all consenting parts. Like the nigga doing it and the bitch was accepting it. Who's not consenting? These are grown-ass people. And I would love to see what these judges and lawyers do in their private life. You understand?
Nah, we know what's going on behind the scenes.
It's
they
fucked
doing the
up,
same
man.
shit.
It's fucked up.
They come after niggas about
I
it.
stopped watching that trial after I heard all of the texts and she saying she loved the nigga and this and that. It's like, so what do we really hear about? What are we here for? We want to hear about all the dick she's sucking and shit like that. I don't need to hear that. But that's really what it's about.
Why you think ain't nobody really standing up with Diddy though? Like,
I'm gonna tell you why. When we come from the hood, we could know somebody that smashed nigga, and we going right to his trial. He a good nigga. He just happened to kill this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Robbed a nigga. Good nigga. Needed to break. You make an excuse for whatever crime it is and go support. When you get to the female, niggas don't want to stand next to you. There was a question mark. Was Diddy gonna have young kids in it? No one wants to stand next to a pedophile or a rapist.
That's facts.
So that's why they didn't show up. And now you hear them coming out saying it because they seen all the evidence and it wasn't there. But before that, you thought the way they was portraying it, it was like, he gonna be fucked with all the kids and all types of shit. He kidnapping kids.
Yeah, but I speak from a perspective like people that know something. Like if I'm close to my brother like that and I know his character, I know what type of person he is, I'm gonna still vouch for him regardless and speak up about it, knowing him. But a lot of people won't do that unless you maybe say if it's true or like you said, they weren't about their business and stuff like that. So they don't want to stand next to him.
Yeah, they may not have knew for sure. I'm not gonna throw myself in the fire for that. And especially like, who is Diddy getting money with? Like, I say this all the time. I said, niggas come up to me all the time and looking for me to do this for them. And I said, man, my memory fails me. Did we get money together or something? Did I owe you something, nigga?
Right.
Like, what is you bugging? Like, now I help niggas all the time, but you ain't gonna tell me what I could or cannot, can and cannot do, or how to do it or what to do for you. And then it goes back to that relationship, right? So if you with your brother, if y'all niggas did shit together, you know how far you gonna go for it. I can say the same. It's just music, right? We in the music industry. Nigga, you knew him. Was you fucking getting money with him? That's when the bond gets different. We're not talking about street shit where you put in work for him or with him, right? The work would be getting money. We did deals together. That's the work in music and in business. So did we do that together? And that if that happened, then yes, I'm coming out. And I don't even think I never seen Jay and Diddy do something together for business.
Right.
Right? Tell me if I'm wrong. I can't think of nothing now. That would be big news. We would have heard about, yo, Jay and Diddy partnering and they just started this business and was getting money. Each one, that's the problem with niggas. Niggas don't fuck with niggas. We don't fuck with each other. You out here with all these Mexicans. Go ahead and see how they fuck with each other.
Woo!
Nah, that's a fact.
That's a fact.
Nah, this shit is fucked
Look,
up.
you want to
nigga.
rap for that, cuz.
This
That's
shit
a
is
fact.
fucked up.
I already know. And how did you and Fave link up? Because I done seen Fave bring some people out here. I'm like, damn, cuz Fave tapped in with DJ K Slay. He got this nigga out here. Preme?
Preme.
Is that right? So Preme was the bridge. So Fave was tapped in. So what made
Supreme Team movie? Yeah, coming soon, baby.
That movie got to drop, cuz.
Woo! It's so much in it. It may have to be a TV show.
Now you might got to do that.
Episodes.
You might got to do that. And this made me ask, what made Ja diss Snoop? Because a lot of people don't know he even did that. So you being cool with Fave, you know, this Long Beach. What brought that about?
I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm bad. I don't remember Ja dissing Snoop.
You don't remember that?
You're gonna have to play that shit or something. I really don't.
Fave, you must got it.
Fave, you remember Ja dissing Snoop? He said something in the pledge?
The pledge.
Oh, get at me, dog. He's not talking about him. He's talking about the other dog, nigga. He talking about X. Get at me, dog. I promise you.
So that was X. Okay, so Fave said he said something about bitch nigga with curls.
Listen to me. I could be. Look, that slipped past me. I ain't even thinking about it. So it couldn't have been no real beef. You understand?
Okay, it wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Because that's what I thought.
How
it was.
I look at it. If it was real, then I'd have definitely been involved with it, but or knew about it. I promise you, I didn't know he did.
So he was trolling before trolling.
Well, he just said he really had something, but they put it to bed because of Faye. So I just didn't realize it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so Fave squashed that behind the scenes.
I'm gonna go back to that record and listen to it, because then once I hear it, I'll remember what he was talking about.
Okay. Because I'm like, damn, what the hell he had doing with Snoop? So
I didn't know Ja ever had no smoke either.
Nah.
So didn't y'all have a situation with Rap A Lot?
Ja or us?
Yo.
Yeah, Murder Inc. We had us. That's how I got to meet Jay. It was because we had a producer that was signed to Rap A Lot that never told us he was signed to Rap A Lot. And we started making all these hit records with this nigga. And we got him signed to us. And then, you know, Jay being the shrewd businessman he is, he waited. You know? And then when he came in, he's like, that's all my music. That's my money. So I had to go to Houston.
Who got that phone call? Because I heard
Irv
it was...
got the call, but Irv called me to go.
I heard it was some friction.
Irv was like, yo, you got to go to Houston. I was like, what happened? What's in Houston? He's like, Jay Prince. And I'm like, oh, man, you give me these missions, nigga.
So y'all went down to Houston. What happened down in Houston?
Preme was with me. Preme was out actually at the time. I was home. He was in Beaumont, Texas visiting Prince, who's home now. Shout out Prince. And I called him up and I said, you in Beaumont, come meet me in Houston. He said, yeah, that ain't far. I'll be there. And sure enough, he showed up. And we went. That ride there was crazy because Jay Prince was like, I'm going to send cars for you. Yeah.
So he sent cars for y'all. Did y'all get in the cars or y'all was like, we gonna drive down there, bro?
Again, I'm gonna tell you again.
I'm cool.
I don't know if y'all have it, but there's something called Southern Hospitality. And everyone told me first and foremost, don't go to his ranch. And he bringing me to his ranch. And I'm like, motherfucker.
So he sent the black cars to go to the ranch.
Ain't a good thing.
No, Southern Hospitality is a good thing. And Jay treated it as a Southern gentleman, a gangster. A Southern gangster gentleman, like when we spoke. And I can't give that enough credit because it could have got real ugly. We talking about 8 figures of
Mm.
money. Niggas is gonna kill you for $5,000 or less. Nigga, where's eight figures? So it was over $28 million.
Niggas will scrape you for 1,500.
You know what I'm saying? It was $28 million, and you dealing with a real man, and I gotta go to his house or his ranch that they told me he got hogs. I don't know if y'all know about hogs.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You'll be out of here. You'll disappear.
No DNA, baby.
Yup.
No DNA. Blood, bones, all gone. So we hearing all this shit. I'm like, fuck. He like coming in. So I called my man that's from Houston out there. I got some people that Black One, B1. I called Black, yo, I'm coming out, nigga. He said, what's up? I said, I got a problem with a nigga. I don't know what Jay looked like at this time. I don't know what he looked like. I just heard stories of him, the legend of Jay Prince. And I'm like, he's like, I'm picking you up from the airport. Tell me when you get down there. I tell him, nigga, I got a problem. He said, with who? I said, he's like, I'm going to handle it whatever it is, because this nigga like that out there. He's like, whatever it is, I'm going to handle it. I said, did you know a nigga named Jay Prince? He said, oh, man, that's the big homie. I can't do nothing. I was like, what?
I thought you could handle anything. Nigga, what the fuck you mean?
Yeah.
I'm in some shit now.
Yeah. I met Black in New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? And we never looked back. Shout out B1.
So how did that situation get squashed? Y'all went up to the
I went
ranch?
to his ranch, me and Preme, and Black said, I'm going to come with you. Jay, when I told Jay this story, he's like, oh, wait till I see that nigga Black, because Black gave us guns. And I was like, he's like, here, gave me one, gave Preme one. He said, but look, if something go down, I'm going to try and stop it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know him. So I was like, and it was us three in the back row and 2 drivers and another SUV behind us with 4 niggas. Yeah. And we all go up there and the shit get crazy. We sitting there waiting. It's like the yard. He got like 70, 80 niggas all through the house. And Preem's like, damn, this is crazy. And then we waiting. And then I'm sitting there like, yo, the fuck? Where's this nigga at? I came a long way to get to this nigga ranch. It ain't close to Houston. You know what I'm saying? It's a drive. And a nigga said, don't worry, I'm going to come get it. I'll get him. And he came, and I see this little nigga come out. I promise you, my shit was like in the cartoons. You know, the steam is coming out. All this shit over this nigga. That's what I'm like, all of this shit over this nigga. He said, which one of y'all, Chris? And I was like, what's up? He said, come on in the back. So we go in the back, and he just, again, that gentleman, that Southern gentleman, he has that. But he's a predator. So understand, predators go by your word. Most of the time, you did whatever happened to you. You forced it with predators. You told them you're going to do something, and they making you hold your word to it. Then they get that, then they may go a little further. That's typically what predators do. So he's waiting for me to slip up. But, you know, I told him, I said, I don't give a fuck what that nigga told you. We paid him his part, and that's all the money you could take. You could take all his money. That's what I told him. But I said, you ain't touching Irv money. That stays here. That's it. I said, that nigga couldn't have did none of them fucking records. He's like, oh, you right. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have the relationships to get to Jennifer Lopez and all these records. So he's like, you right. I said, but take all his money. I don't give a fuck. He didn't tell us he was signed to you either. So I didn't know he was signed. I wouldn't even did business with him. If he told me he had a deal, I'd have got him free first. Like, I don't want no lawsuits or something. And it went down.
So he respected that you just kept it real.
He honored my word, and then we was cool from there. We got strong together in Connecticut. He got me into boxing. He asked me to find a fighter named Curtis Stevens from Brooklyn. He wanted to sign him. I said, I don't know who he is. I'll find him. If he's in Brooklyn, I'm going to find him. I had him the next day. I called Jay. Yo, I got him. What's up? We at the gym, Starlight City. He said, don't worry about it, Chris. I got the one I wanted, Andre Ward. So he signed Andre Ward. He's like, Curtis and Andre fought in the amateur. That's Andre got to go to the Olympics after he beat Curtis. You understand? So he's like, but this kid could punch. He's like Mike Tyson, but a shorter version. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, Chris, you should sign him. So I did. So we start fighting, and I get some boxing matches. We both have some kids on the undercard in Foxwoods in Connecticut. And this is what made us cool, like over the top. Like this is what did it for us. He was out there shorthanded. And he comes to me, I'm at dinner with my family and kids and everything. And, yo, I need to talk to you. He said, Steve coming. Jay want to ask you, do you got any guys out here? I said, hell yeah. How many guys you need? He said, you could give me like 10? I said, yeah, no problem. I called my boy Nichols and Todd. Shout out Nichols and Todd. And I said, yo, Prince needs some dudes. Okay. They brought 20 niggas. Prince had an issue with some niggas from Chicago. He was shorthanded. So my niggas took care of that. And Jay knew that I could do shit like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how we really got like that.
Let me ask you this. With Irv being your younger brother, is it anything he taught you about this industry, about this game, that you keep with you to this day, that you teach people that's under you?
Absolutely.
And if it is, can you share it with the people?
Well, focus. Irv would always hit me with this, number one. And people don't understand. We grew up gambling. My dad had no money, but he would bet on the horses. I was reading the horses before I read the books. You know what I'm saying? The daily racing form. I knew how to understand that. So that's the blinkers that they put on a horse so they can't see the other horses so they could run as fast as they can. So Irv would always hit me with, like, that meant, to me, that meant stay focused and don't get distracted with other things, you know? That's number one, man. If you doing this, I know everyone thinks you could do multiple things and they see, oh, this one's doing this many things, this one's doing that. The reality is they popping so they can hire people to do multiple things. But in order for them to get popping, they only could do one. Stay focused on your main thing and don't let nothing distract you from getting there with that one thing. And Irv also made me see a work ethic, showed me a work ethic. Like, my work ethic is ridiculous, but it's because I watched my brother do it, you know? That nigga was staying in the same clothes for a week, like he on the block hustling, busting his ass day after day. This is early days before all the success, but to me, that's like the best days, watching that everything get built up.
Even in those days, so who do you feel like y'all was with Def Jam, right? Had the most impact, like the greatest, like Murder Inc.
Cash Money Click.
Cash Money?
Cash Money?
Number one rap label ever. Ever. Not even close.
Damn, what
Not
made you
even
say
close. They had Juvenile, nigga. From Juvenile to Drake. And everything in the middle. Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj. It's not even close. Shout out Baby and Slim. It's not even close. And they still at the top today. Arguably, right? Drake is still one of the top niggas. I know Kendrick did his thing, but Drake is right up there still, and that's Cash Money Millionaires, nigga. Don't get it fucked up. No one had a better run in hip-hop than them.
What you think y'all run to be if the feds never get involved?
Man, God knows, because
y'all was making
I'm
hits.
gonna tell you why. You know, Wake in My Town, that girl that sang that record, we had her. People don't know that. Vanessa Carlton. From the white girl, what is it, White Chicks?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the movie, yeah.
And he's singing that song? Vanessa Carlton. Shout out Vanessa Carlton. She was Murder Inc. But it's because she's pop. I'm telling you, these crackers is something different, man. They didn't want no one to know it's Murder Inc. They left it on their label without seeing it. And Irv let it go because it's a lane we're not used to work the record. So they was telling us, oh, if we said that, they might not give us this. They might not give us that. I promise you that, woof, her shit was crazy.
Is there an artist?
That's outside of, see, Irv was trying to really show I could do the gangster rap. I could do the pop rap. I could do everything. I do R&B, pop, rock and roll. It didn't matter. As a producer, remember I said Irv's goal when he started was to be, Irv is idolized Dre. Dre know it. They met. It was like a love fest when they met. Like Dre's like, yo, you the best. Irv's like, no, you the best. And they going back and forth with that. That's the Up in Smoke tour. See, that's why it's all fake, right? Because you think of the whole beef and then Dre and Eminem. Irv was cool with Eminem. All of this happened because of this nigga.
No, Irv was cool with him.
Yo, come on, man.
Bro, we from the outside looking in.
When
All
you
we
the big,
know
Irv
is
is
the
one of the
smoke.
biggest producers in hip hop in that era right there. If he wasn't the biggest at that moment, Irv is in the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest run at #1 for multiple artists producing different songs. Where he produced you went #1, then Pop takes you out, he takes out Pop, you take him out, I believe it's 48 weeks out of 52. So nigga, when you do that in music, right? If you did that and you the producer in music, you know what you could do? Whatever the fuck you want. That's Irv was at that point in his career. Before the feds hit. When the feds hit, so when you say if they never come, man, this nigga didn't have an idea. I never seen this nigga without an idea. That nigga shit is different. Irv's the goose that laid the golden egg. My job, we used to call Irv the Great Gazoo. You ever watch Fred and Barney? The Flintstones?
Yeah.
That was
Old
the
school.
little Martian that Fred and Barney had. But only Fred and Barney could see the Martian. So I would say, I'm Fred and my niggas is Barney. That's the only niggas could fuck with Irv. That's how he's gonna stay with that tunnel vision. You can't let niggas distract you, bro. If you got a goal and you want to achieve it, it's nothing but distractions.
See, for us, like you said, everything is fake. And for us looking at, like you said, outside looking in, we look at it like 50 was the one to cause a lot of turmoil outside of the business street stuff. But when it came to like him and Ja, do you think, looking back now, Josh should just ignore 50? Because Ja was hot, like at the pinnacle at that time.
We had 3 meetings, attempts. Chaz, one of our brothers, God bless, he's not here with us, Preme's right hand, one of his right hand men, Chaz Williams, black hand. Google it, look it up. Was managing fucking 50 Cent. So how could I be beefing with that man when the OG nigga got there? You understand? We tried to set up meetings to squash the beef so they could make money. We was trying to get the, like, Chaz went Preme, they was trying to fix the beef so that 50 never showed up because he probably thought he was gonna get killed. That's why he never showed up. But we was trying to honestly get it so they could get to real business with the nigga. So it's like, look, it worked out for him. You know what I'm saying? It worked out for him. But at the end of the day, if you ask me questions about why, like that was an idea, that was an idea. That was definitely like, fix this shit. We run into Slim one day in Atlanta. 50 talk about or one of them, I don't think 50 ever say it, because if he did, again, it was exposure. There's mad niggas there. Slim is there with 50. We there heavy. 50's nothing yet. You know, when you a new artist, you don't have an entourage. You ain't got no bread for that. You there in Atlanta with just you and Slim, and we got like 30 niggas. We heavy. And we run into Slim, and he's like, yo, Rule, yo, Crit, we gotta fix this shit now.
This what 50 saying?
This is not 50. This is Black Hand. So he tells 50, go talk with Rule. We go, and we all back here, they go walking off, talking. Rule got that big voice, and he's like asking him, why the fuck are you beefing me? I didn't even know you. I didn't do nothing. Like, where'd it come from? And 50 snuffed the shit out of Rule. Ah! We see that. Rule eat it. Start fucking hooking on a nigga, had the nigga shirt off, hooking on a nigga while his shirt is 50, get out the shirt and run.
So Rule whooping 50 at this point.
I swung my kids.
Ja Rule got with the business, cuz.
I know, listen, niggas is laughing because, see, perception, right? Perception. I promise you, there's no one else I would care if I had anyone next to me than Rule. That nigga got hands. At the end of the day, 50 get up out of there, run through the hotel, fuck up some shit. We get the bill. You know what I'm saying? For
So 50 get whooped and run?
on my kids.
Ooh.
Ooh.
50, we need answers, man.
At the end of the day, again, to go back and all of this shit is for what? It don't matter.
They said 50 was a golden glove. He was out there parking people from me outside looking in, from Cali to New York. That's crazy work.
He might have hands. I
Yeah,
didn't say he don't.
He didn't
You
have
say
that
Ja
day.
ain't no
He didn't
slouch.
have that
He
day.
didn't have him that day.
Listen to me on everything. Rule said it on one of them other podcasts. Matt Hoffa. Matt Hoffa. Rule said it. But again, if you're a fan of him, no one wants to. They don't receive it. It's cap. Again, we would say everything real. It was the nigga had an order of protection against me and my brother. He didn't do job after the studio incident. We had the paperwork, bring it up, and then they say, it's fake. I'm like, nigga, what?
So that was real? Because the story I got was they put the order of protection for him. He didn't actually do it, but you saying he actually did it.
You tell me, how does that happen?
No, I'm asking because I
I'm
wasn't
asking
in it.
you because I don't know either. Can you do that? Can someone?
I ain't never tried.
Hold on. No. Listen what you just said that you saying that's real. Can somebody, can someone put an order of protection against you and you don't have, or against someone that you have a problem with and you don't co-sign it? You have to sign that shit, my nigga. Fuck out of here. Don't do that.
Hey,
That's
come here for the facts.
That's the part that's so crazy. But again, what are we going to talk about? What are we doing? Balling is out right now. Make sure you go watch it, Tubi. You know what I'm saying? No more movie in the country on Tubi right now.
Nah,
Go
we
see it.
definitely gonna get into
Stevenson,
balling.
Safari, Trey Chaney, Brenda Paulino, Rebecca. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go get it, cop it. Man, this is what we doing.
So do you have
Clash
any
Pro League.
for sure?
Yeah.
And look, pop your shit,
Yeah,
all that.
yeah.
We gotta get the history. There's no
Listen,
way we got you up here
When
and
people
not
put
get the
me
history.
on these podcasts, they ask me questions. My problem is I'm not gonna sit here and tell you something. If I know it, I'm gonna tell you. Now, if it's, I got receipts.
Listen, you on the right platform for that because we
But I
want all
don't
the
really,
facts.
you know, for me personally, like I said, I don't wish nothing on. I have no beefs now, right now in my life. I got nothing. I don't want no issues. I'm 57, gonna be 58. I got grandkids, nigga. I'm not thinking about none of this sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all sucker shit. Like I said, when it came to that beef, everyone believes we was under pressure. No, nigga. He was running around with all the police and security. Eve Rivera. Shout out Eve. Do your research. Don't ask me these questions. Shout out Eve. Eve told me himself personally, man, you don't know what we had to do to keep y'all away. Eve is a cop or a fed or one of them shits that was running his whole shit. He's a big video director. Google Eve Rivera. Come on, man.
There y'all go. Google Eve Rivera.
Come on, man.
So what's the
It
next
means
movie
nothing,
lined up?
though. It means nothing, nigga. It means nothing.
The people want to know, so we gonna ask. That's the only thing they want to
It's
know.
old news. What we talking about right now?
For sure.
Clash Pro League. New York has its first pro basketball fucking league, courtesy of me. You understand?
What you think about the deal Nas did with the casino?
Great. I'm a huge gambler.
Because you from Queens.
I manage Phil Ivey. Shout out Phil, biggest gambler in the game. You know what I mean? 23 years and count, maybe 24 now. Oh, yeah, 24 years.
You think that's good for New York? A lot of, like, I'm seeing the reviews and like the backlash from the culture saying Nas sold out, gentrification, how could you sell the culture out?
They wish they could do what Nas do. Keep going, Esco. Don't let these suckers fucking stop you, boy. You know what I'm saying? It's business. Why do we have to conform? And it's not bad business. It's casino business. Is there not casinos everywhere? Why is it bad business if Nas is now an investor in casino business? Why is it now because a black man could get a piece of the casino, it's a bad deal? When the white man do it and all y'all fuckers is in there losing your money and fucking rent money and light money and baby mama money, and now it's a problem. Fuck out of here, yo. Business. That's whack.
Yeah, it seems like
I don't even get on the blogs to see that kind of shit. But when it came across my timeline and I said, oh, this is fire. I'm gonna give you one more. I own CeeLo. You know CeeLo? I know y'all two
Yeah,
dice out
of
here.
course we know CeeLo.
Y'all
Yeah.
two dice out here. But I own CeeLo with a guy named Wayne Davis. Okay, and Cyril. Okay? And they got the patent for it. We created the tabletop. We did all the math. And we went and put the the game in certain casinos, but it takes a lot of marketing dollars. But now I could go talk to Esco and say, get it in your casino. You see? It all comes back.
Right.
4, 5, 6.
Yeah, just like that. Head crack.
Talk about it. So I seen Jim Jones say that he could have signed Drake, but he passed on him. Is there one artist that's like you look back and you regret not signing? Like, damn, we had action at them and they done blew up.
We had a lot of action. And Irv, again, I could say those same blinkers that he would put up in that tunnel vision is why we probably didn't sign so many. Because he would even say when I first was like bringing Ashanti and giving him her music and he wasn't listening to it, he was like, nigga, we get money with Ja Rule. The fuck? He's right. So he's basically saying, I'm like, but I'm trying to expand, but you got to do it. It's the timing of everything. You know, timing is the number one reason for all successful business. So timing is everything. And I'm pushing them. I pushed him one of the big, how about this? Daddy Yankee. Like, y'all probably.
Yeah, we know Daddy Yankee, nigga.
Yeah,
Fuck you think
like
this is? We know Daddy Yankee
was one of the first. I had him because of Big Joe and Adi. They brought him to me. And I'll never forget, I bring him to Irv, and Irv's like, nigga, we don't speak Spanish. What the fuck? You don't even understand what they saying. I said, I don't care. It's hot, nigga. I'm back in New York. I'm in Jamaican clubs, Spanish clubs, black clubs, white. It didn't matter. I'm in everyone, seeing, listening. I'm like, nigga, this nigga's on fire. I said, he brings his own music. All we got to do is put our label on it and go. That nigga turned out pretty big. French Montana, pretty big. Rick Ross.
Y'all could have had them three?
Easy. There's more. Sean Paul. Big, bro.
Daddy Yankee went crazy.
But
he had a crazy run.
Because that's a whole different type of
international.
Lane. Like, that's totally different with the Latin niggas and the fucking reggaeton shit. What?
That would have been crazy. So
what's the relationship nowadays with Ashanti? Y'all good? Because like, you see a lot of things going viral with your brother and her and the way she plays that things turned out with Murder Inc.
Well, what turned out?
Like far as her masters and stuff or things like that, she says she doesn't.
Again, people always ask for their masters, right? The reality is Irv made those records. So should he give up what he made? He didn't. See, masters, when people say, I want my masters back, and they're talking to, let's say, Leo Cohen. Leo Cohen wasn't in the studio with you making those fucking records. So it's disrespectful in a lot of ways because like she knows, those records would have never been made without my brother. She could say, she wrote them, incredible pen game, and me and Ashanti, we good. That's Bon. At the end of the day, incredible pen game. But the concepts of all of that shit, the way to sing it, if he don't give you that, you never write that. It's that simple. Irv used to be a DJ Irv first, right? See, this is the part people don't know. Irv used to make mixtapes. Before anything, he's making mixtapes. There'd be a line of niggas fucking around the corner waiting to get a mixtape from my brother at the crib. And the mixtapes, Irv's specialty was he would take a hip-hop instrumental and throw on top of it an R&B record, acapella.
Right.
All right, you telling me that's Ashanti or not? That's it. That's what he did. It worked.
But what you
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but her whole flag, so what would her flag be then? Do she feel like y'all still making money off of it and she ain't making no money? Is that her?
There's two sides. You got a master, she gets her publishing, she wrote everything. Her produced it, he gets, really it's more than two sides, three sides. You got your master, your producer, and the writer. You understand?
Yeah.
So because we paid for everything, you own the master. If you took any artist you take to the studio and you pay for, you own the master. That's the way it works. Now, yes, the only thing physically possible that could have happened is she could have came at Irv, and if she would have did it, I believe Irv might have did it. But you come and say, I want my master, bitch. And he's like, no. What? No. I made that record. I produced it with you. I gave you the lyrics to like the topics to rap about or sing about. You know, it's deeper than that even. How about that? But she didn't like a lot of it. Right. That went number one. She didn't like them. But now hindsight, she's still touring on them 20 years later. How many still doing that? Go ahead, let's look at all the artists. Niggas could talk all they shit about all these labels and artists and fuck Ja or Ashanti, whatever. No, them motherfuckers is monsters. Still. Crazy. With 20-plus-year-old music. Still filling arenas and shit all over the fucking world. Like, that is crazy to me. I never would have thought that. But that's the power of the music that was made. And that's a chemistry, right?
Right.
Ashanti had deals before Murder Inc. Ashanti was singing Pitch Perfect. Irv was like, I don't want you singing Pitch Perfect because then you're going to be like everybody else. See the vision. You're going to be just like everyone else and, you know, someone else might sing bigger and better. You're going to sing with this vibe. She really didn't sing. She always wants to prove she could sing. You know what I'm saying? But this is about entertainment and making hit records. And that's what Irv gave her. And it's disrespectful if she don't see that clearly. And I will not let it go down without, because I was there in the studio when she's fighting this nigga. I don't want to do that. That sounds stupid. And I'm not trying to shit on her. I'm just saying this is the process. She knows that. This is what happened. You're asking me about things that people don't know. That's what happened in that studio. And our engineers there, Buck 3000, Chink, 7, you know what I'm saying? They're in the room. They know. It's not like this is a secret. So it's, like I said, you put it in perspective. And if she would have came at Irv, I know it's hard to believe because you heard all this shit. Irv loved her. No one could get you mad unless you fuck with them. That's why when you talk 50, I can't get mad. He don't have no energy. I have no energy for that man. You understand? You can't let someone that change your light or make you feel another way unless you have something with that person. So when you heard Irv going on these rants, I challenge you to listen and not critique him from the regular public. And you're going to hear a man that was really pissed off. She cheated and he really loved her. Now, was he out cheating? Fuck yeah. I said, nigga, I was their therapist. And I'm like, nigga, you keep getting caught. What's wrong with you, nigga?
Hold on, she cheated on him?
Well, she had left the relationship and then that's when she started with Nelly. She already left, but Irv, you know, nigga didn't think it was done. She didn't, you know what I mean? Irv said it on Drink Champs. He said, that's when I first found out. He's watching the game and there's a commotion on the thing and the announcer says, oh, Nelly and Ashanti just walked in the building. That's when he first knew it was official. He said it. He ain't lying.
So he thought
he's not lying. One thing Irv isn't he's not a fucking liar, yo. That nigga, don't do that. Irv is telling you exactly how he's seen things and to a fault sometimes. You know what I'm saying? The crazy shit is when he was here, he hated that I didn't take his side. Because I said, that's a relationship, nigga. I'm not getting in the middle of y'all relationship. Now, I talk to him, and then I would talk to her, and I would talk to him, back and forth. One would be at the Four Seasons, the other one would be at the Ritz-Carlton. Again, I'm back and forth. Yo, she said this, he said that. He said, getting them to be calm again, you know what I'm saying? It's fucked up. Again, but I would ask everyone here, where's your ex? Let's see how nice she talk about your ass, nigga. Yeah, let's put it in perspective.
I ain't got no exes, cuz.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you understand what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So that's why it's just that they're in the public and they created such a big thing with their music. It's a big deal. And I get it. I wish personally it never got out that way. I'm a private dude. Like, shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Drink Champs will bring it out of you. So where do you see the music industry heading with this AI shit? Because I'm seeing them trying to literally replace producers and artists
not trying.
With AI.
It's not trying.
And Timberland was spearheading it. He started a whole AI label. He got hella backlash for that. People like, what the fuck you doing, Timberland? Yeah, he got the first AI artist. Tata out there, I believe the name is.
Listen to me. It's not trying. It's happening. in real time. And if everyone's not thinking about AI, you're in trouble. You'll be left. It's gonna come to a point that, again, jobs is gone, and the government is just gonna have to subsidize people with money. And they ain't gonna give you enough money. But they're gonna have to give you something, because that's how crazy it's gonna get. And they already talking about it. The government knows this is coming. It's inevitable. And when you talk into the music business and all of that,
You
Yup.
think it's over with for like
this might
real
be
artists?
over with. I ain't gonna hold you. And for all, from the people I'm talking, and I talked to some really big developers and tech dudes, they said AI is it's gonna get so bad that all social media is gonna be gone, because you won't know what's real or fake.
Yeah,
Think about how I can make a podcast right now with y'all faces, y'all sound, your voices, and make you sound and do something to discredit you, everything, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Yeah, they
That's
got
the problem with AI right now.
Yeah, they got a thing called dead internet theory, where they say like 60% of the people you interact with online is really bots. It's not even
bots.
people for real.
So then because of the lawsuits, a person can't protect themselves, they're gonna just eliminate it. They made a joke and say it's gonna just be like cat videos all over the fucking.
See, what's spooky to me is they can have you on tape doing something that you didn't really do, but it looks so real that how can you deny that in court?
Exactly.
That's the shit I'm looking at, is how many niggas finna get banged with that in court with this AI shit.
Well, again, when you deal with AI, it's just like records, right? You go to the studio, it's like a fingerprint, a digital fingerprint. So you could see where it generated and came from. You would know it's not a real person. You would know it's coming from this technology system that's creating it. So you would know it's AI if you was to go to court.
I mean, that's to our knowledge, though.
Right,
you
if they
know,
wanna reveal that, yeah.
that's
you
to
could
our
prove it. When
motherfucking
you go to
knowledge.
court, they force you, right? But you could prove that it's AI shit.
Whatever they showing us, they at least a couple decades in advance.
But does that stop you? That you might have had to go to court and prepare for court and protect your rights and
Right, you still got to go through.
That's
all
why
the
they
mental
saying they're
shit.
gonna eliminate social media, because that's what will end up happening.
Yeah, because about the currency, Elon Musk have said something about that. Like, they gonna just give us allowances because AI is gonna be doing all the jobs. But then it's digital, so now they can control it. It's not like you got cash in your pocket.
Yeah.
They might tell you, hey, you can only spend money in your city, this zone.
Yeah.
You travel outside of there, your money's cooked. So that shit getting spooky. Is that what made
It's
you
getting spooky. Get your guns together.
Definitely get your guns,
Get your
man.
guns,
This AI
man,
shit is
I
no
promise you.
joke.
With Trump in office, you never know what might happen. He's a wild card. And protect yourself, protect your family, bro. Got the right to bear arms, man. Get your guns right.
So when can we be expecting the Murder Inc. documentary?
The real one?
The real one.
Man, you ain't never lie.
Because you got the motion right now with the
when
movie.
we did the one with BET, it was a 5-part series, right? And I told her when he told me I gotta go in, I said, "What do you want me to say?" He looked at me. Tell him the story. Tell him the truth. I did. All on the cutting room floor. There's so many parts to the story that wasn't told because BT, you know what I'm saying? And it's like when I see that documentary, I get mad. It's not the way it should be, in my opinion.
But you're actually
You're in the
controlling
business
it.
now. Yeah.
So you got the movie, it's successful. You got the plug with Tubi. So that's what I'm getting at.
Or
When are
even-
y'all
or
putting
or
that
even
together?
Like you said, yeah, just making a documentary or making a series out of it. Because everything is series now. People
You
want
know,
to
it's-
find the new shows and shit like that.
I'm definitely involved with putting that together right now. It's coming. Pause. But
there go that New York shit.
Yeah, I forget. Yeah,
Is Ja Rule gonna be a part of that?
has to
he
be.
gotta be.
Has to be. And I believe Ashanti will too.
Mm.
She wasn't on the first one, but Irv did it, and they were. She can't. It's history. You know, it's history. You know, the one thing that hurt me with Ashanti the most is when she got her Walk of Fame star, she didn't have me there or Irv. She was supposed to have at least me there. You don't fuck with Irv, you fuck with me. You should have had me there. I never told her that.
Mm.
But that's a fact. Like, if I don't do the work I did, Ashanti never exists. Forget Irv. On top of that, Irv, right? I used to, man, she knows it. go to her, give her music from all my producers. Irv wasn't paying attention to nothing but job. I put on a Big Pun record, right? Fat Joe had called me. He was like, "Yo, I need an R&B." I said, "What? I got one." I called Ashanti up. She live in Long Island, in Glen Cove, Long Island. Call up. She jump in her, I think, Honda Accord and drive all the way to the studio in the city. He kills it. Writes the hook. It's a Big Pun record. Writes the hook. And Joe was like, "Yo, your artist, she's fire. Yo, yeah." He was the first one. Fat Joe was the first one. Joe is a real A&R. Like, he has that ear. Fat Joe has an ear, man. He's good with music. And he was like, "Yo, she's dope." And I said, "Do me a favor." He said, "What's that?" I said, "Tell Irv." He looked at me like, "It's your artist. Which one we tell Irv?" But he's like, so he called Irv. Like, "Yo, Ashanti's dope." And Irv's like, "Who? What?" But once he did that, Irv called me up right after that and said, "Yo, bring her to the studio."
So you essentially birthed Ashanti.
Listen to me. I did what I had to. And if I don't do what I did, she's not with Murder Inc. That's for sure.
Right.
It
That's
is.
it.
What made you choose Tubi over everything? Because
It's the best place for black film still. Independent black film, low budget, independent black film. There's no other place better. They got 110 million in audience, and you're gonna put your movie up there and it's gonna work. And then you gotta promote it. But it got a chance because your audience is there that will watch your shit. You go to Netflix ain't a black audience. Go to Hulu, it's not a black audience. You're gonna get lost underneath all that other shit. You understand? So you go to Tubi and Tubi is not giving you the best deal. But it's the best deal, and you'll make the most money at Tubi, and it's not the best deal. I hope that makes sense. Because they have the audience. It's the same reason YouTube don't pay a lot. They got everybody on YouTube. It's where your audience live. You get to hundreds of millions right here on YouTube for free. All right, there it is. That's the Tubi version for the movies. It's the place you got all your people at. So why wouldn't you want to give them a chance to see it? Now they don't pay you the best, but because it's so much, don't make the money. You know, Jay-Z used to pay what, $14,000 at Tidal for a million streams. And YouTube is $800. At the time, I think it was like 16 though, went down. And everyone say, "Why would I go to YouTube?" Tidal don't have enough people to listen to your music to get to a million streams. So you're gonna get hundreds of millions on YouTube and make more than that 14 over multiple times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you could catch a million on a title, that was a good look. And that's all you could get though. It's just math. It's like numbers. It's just math.
Is there any unreleased Irv Gotti music in the cut that you got
Yeah.
that you planning on releasing?
He got a monster album with my niece, our niece, Ricky. And he never put it out because it was for his soundtrack for his movie. His movie didn't come out yet.
So he got a movie on the way. Is it a movie?
He got a movie called Made in America. It's coming soon.
Y'all be on the lookout for that, man. Made in America. And be looking out for the music.
If you know about Irv with Tales, Irv used to take songs and make them into a TV show. You know, my favorite one was the, Fuck the Police. So he took Fuck the Police, and it's an interpolation of what we feel Irv felt hip-hop, right? Everything was for hip-hop. It's for the culture. And when you go watch it, he reversed. You didn't see the episode. He reversed. It was white niggas in the hood, black cops. And he's just trying to show you the impact of what happens in the hood. But it was all white boys that was in the hood. And the cops was the up. All the black people was the up dudes.
Right, changing the perspective of it. Yeah.
And it ends again. He was, the song D'Angelo, How Does It Feel? That's how he ended. Look, I got goosebumps talking about it. That shit was hard. You know what I'm saying? It was critically acclaimed. That was one of his, in the first season. It was critically acclaimed, everything with
Is
it.
this on?
Because
man,
it was
what-
like,
I need to
how
borrow that.
does it feel?
And where do they find that
I need to borrow that, cuz. I need to hear some of that unreleased shit.
My brother's a genius, nigga. He's a fucking creative genius, period. He lacked in other areas, but when it came to this music shit, this creative shit, he's no one better than that nigga. He's one of one, yo. He's like that, yo. It's crazy.
Not for sure. I ain't gonna keep you all night. I'm curious though. What do you think about the state of New York hip hop? Because I grew up on mixtape, so
Why
I was
just New
listening.
York?
Because I want to know from the West. Because
listen
when
to
I
me.
see New York right now, I don't hear like New York. When I hear it, I'm hearing Chicago. I'm hearing the drill movement. I'm like, man,
We
what happened
lost,
to
yo,
New
we
York?
lost. I'll never forget. I'm gonna go back, fucking with Flex, and he was talking to my brother, and he was pissed off. It was one of the music conventions he was at, and he said to Irv, he's like, this Atlanta rapper was shitting on New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't hot. That's when Atlanta had that wave. Atlanta was killing shit. And Flex was so heated because, you know, he's the epitome of New York at that time and now still, even in fucking, he was just so mad because we didn't have nothing to really combat it. You know what I'm saying? And that, so you're bringing it up and I'm like, we had the game and we gave it up.
But you still got heavy spitters I feel like ain't
Oh, come on.
appreciated as far as the Jadas, the Fabulous, and them type of artists in New York that don't get appreciated enough, that still lyricism, still substance, and still be barring up.
But you know,
So-
they give you that, they look, shout out Jada. That nigga's a monster. With him the other day too. He's gonna be one of the owners of my teams in the Clash Pro League for this basketball league. We got two in the city fire. So, but Jada, again, is these younger artists, right? They don't give up credibility and respect like they supposed to. I get it. Look, we may not have did it to niggas that was before us, right? To me, that's like how it worked, man. It's like, it's weird as that sound. It's like, and I'm not saying it's right. We don't pay homage. I do. Like, I'm talking about the artists. Because
Right.
me personally, I always talk about the young niggas. I always big them up because, you know, the old dudes always shit on the young artists. Like, you're fucking the game up. Nah, this is their game now. It's not our game. You got to understand that and respectfully be respectful. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like that's a problem though, that we in hip hop, like hip hop is the only genre we don't allow people once they grow, it's like, oh, you too old to do music now. Like, music should be more universal. Do you think it's
But
a young man's sport though?
It's definitely a young man. Life is a young man's sport. So tell me what artists in rock or hip hop, I mean, outside of hip hop, that you say they're still going. It's only the classic, right? If you're a legend, you can
I just
still
mean we
do it.
won't.
All the legends in hip hop can still put out music and be successful. It's, again, I don't understand that really. I think it's all the same in every genre. I don't think it's like just relegated to hip hop.
Well, you got to define what you mean by successful, because Wayne just put an album out and it got a lot of negative reviews versus when we was coming up on Wayne and he couldn't miss. The younger crowd, it's a disconnect there.
You know, in boxing, you might have to get knocked out before you realize you passed your time. And I'm not saying that's what happened with Lil Wayne, but when you say what you're saying and he couldn't miss, Father Time is undefeated.
It is, but I don't know with music, because
Who's the audience?
It's mental. So it's
Who's
like
the
you should be
audience?
getting better when you get older, in my opinion.
Let's say he did get better. Does it relate to the younger kids who's the ones that's buying and supporting the music? You got to understand that first and foremost as a person selling something, right? Who's your consumer? Yo, Faye, you bought Lil Wayne's album? Okay. You understand what I'm saying? The older generation doesn't support because we evolved. We're not the same young guy that was consuming all the music like we used to. Right, I heard it, but I'm not supporting it like I used to.
So you're saying the consumers
So who's
keep
your
it.
audience? And that's why when I say it's a young man's sport or a young girl, that's the consumer, them young people. Once you start getting to a certain level, you got to carry them people. That's why what I said with Ja and Ashanti is amazing. When I go to these shows, I see young people and old people. That means their mother or father is showing them Ja Rule. That's how I look at it.
Right.
Like, experience this. This is how I made you. This is how I came up. This is what made, you know what I mean? And now they got that experience because of that. But I think it takes that, you know. It's weird. It's a young man's sport. I don't give a fuck. In the job of an OG, Wayne's an artist. He has that artistry in him. He's the pinnacle of it. That means he may want to express himself, you know, in a different way. You got to allow an artist to do that too. Now his core base got to support it. That's it. But they're older. Are they still supporting music the way they did when he was younger? It's just business, in my opinion. Like, I don't never get caught up on it. It's put it in perspective. You understand that, and we keep going. But I feel any genre of music, those older artists is in the same problem.
Mm.
No, but you'll still see more rock and roll, like you said, other artists, singers and stuff like that, still able to maybe perform. I just think the game is different as far as the way consumers is, because the way you're not buying CDs and stuff no more. So that era is predominantly different, and it's so much more artists putting out music, so it's like saturated to a sense. But I'm just saying, like, us as in our community, we flag people for still getting to a certain age. Like I said, unless you are exceptional. But if you still can rap and make music, we would still crucify you. Like right now, like you said, he's still at his peak, but people looking at him like he's done.
He's done.
Yeah, so
They're playing his records.
right. But
I don't know. They can say that. Maybe it's because we over here.
Nah, don't make it no West Coast.
I'm saying outside of maybe like, I can say maybe the black culture, I should say. We might cook them, but it's more so other races.
I was just in like VA, Newport News. I'm in the hood, and niggas is bumping Drake. I don't think he's as bad as you thinking. Is he at his pinnacle? Of course, no. But I know we had to try to get. My sister Tina does shows and concerts for all these rappers. She got bags for niggas if they overseas. Tina's a beast. And we reached out to Drake's people, and he's turning down $10 million. I think he's all right.
Yeah.
We
know he ain't hurting that way.
He for sure not hurting financially. Just from the outside looking in.
That's not what I'm saying. If you're an artist, you should be one. How do you keep your music perpetuated? Is concert.
Right.
He's doing other shows, and he's walking away from a $10 million. I don't get it. But hey, more power to him.
You like, nigga, shoot that. Fuck that.
They just said Kendrick Lamar is the biggest grossing artist for one show, for a one-day show. And I think it was $18 million.
Yeah, he broke his own record.
Yeah.
Yeah, he out here going crazy. So
he doing numbers.
Yeah, he definitely doing numbers.
18 million for a show?
For one day, for a couple hours.
That's crazy.
Come on, man. Shout out Kendrick, yo.
So is it safe to say artists will never get those kind of deals that y'all were getting back then, as far as percentage splits, income?
Well, I felt
ownership.
I felt after our trial, no more joint ventures. You get an imprint label, you ain't gonna be part of the company as we're partners, right? After that, you don't see no more joint venture deals. They doing label imprints and they giving them percentage, but they not making it where it's universal. And like it was Def Jam and Murder Inc. They not doing that. They don't want to deal with the flip side. You know, and then the government coming at them talking about, we coming after you. They don't want to hear that shit. But, you know, there's still a lot of money in the music business. It's just a different way to get to it. You hear the deals. These niggas get bread. Like, these shows, it's just a different day and age, but shit.
You just got to adapt pretty much. Yeah, you got to evolve and you got to adapt. You got to evolve and you got to adapt. You evolving. You definitely evolving. So
had to.
Y'all definitely go tap in with the Tubi movie. Run that up. Ballin'.
Ballin' the movie. Come on. And the soundtrack out now on all DSPs.
Run the soundtrack.
Go get the soundtrack and listen to it. You're going to love the music. The music's quality music with Lance Stevenson, my niece Ricky. You're going to hear some of her shit on there. Neek Bucks is on there. And Noons. Noons is on there.
The basketball league. Is that like some Rucker Park shit, or is it more like some Ice Cube Big 3 shit? Where can we watch those games, and what's the details behind that?
Clash TV. I have a live streaming company called Clash TV. You can watch all those games right there. It's born from out of the street ball, if you understand.
Like and one-ish a little bit?
It's like Rucker Park. And yeah, you can say and one. It's all the same to me. It's all street ball. But what I mean is, I seen an inefficiency. You tell me, we in LA. How many hoopers is out here that don't have a job?
There's hella hoopers out here.
That's what I'm saying.
They be at the Drew League.
I fuck with the Drew League, you know what I'm saying? We was live streaming the Drew League, you know, so at the end of the day, when you think of all the hoopers that came from D1, might have went to overseas, might have played in the league, but then came back. They didn't have the right agent or whatever to keep them or maintain them. So every year, all the colleges that let go kids that didn't get to the league, it's only 64 jobs from the league, two rounds. 32 and 32, 64, that's it. And half of that's going to European players.
So how are y'all finding y'all talent? Like,
cuckoo. I just put out the bird call and that's it.
Hey, he will tap in. You need to get out there.
Listen to me. Yeah. That's all I did. I put it up on social media and we did a combine. I had over 500 players show up.
Damn.
Okay? You can't get in the league without being through the combine or being on the draft.
Where's the combine?
It's all in New York. We right in Harlem, 119th Street in Harlem. And we did that. And then I made that. That was my Lance Stevenson rule. Lance is like my nephew, you know what I'm saying? I knew that nigga since he was a kid. So he's the lead in the movie. He's the lead in the movie Ballin'. But the Lance Stevenson rule is he was gonna play for Ra, one of the coaches, but he wouldn't play for no one else. And I said, that's not fair. I'm not gonna let you do that. Just play for them. It's good. It would have been good for the league, but I want fair and competition. I don't want one person to be able to stack the game. I want it even. It's 8 teams, even 10 players on each team, a 7-week series, and then playoffs and championship. 9 weeks and we done. It's 3 months and we finish.
So for the ones who missed this combine,
yes,
where can they be looking out for the next one?
The next one is going to be on Clash TV app, our Instagram page. We're going to post it. And when we post our combine, will start in September 21st. That's the combine date. It'll be the second last Sunday in September. We do combine, then we do team pictures and everything that following week and media and scrimmages. And then October 5th, first week of the Clash Pro League.
What about coaches? Do they got to go through the combine or they go through
the coaches will be at the combine. What I did is I got rid of agents. Because when you look at the players that don't get a job, it's typically because they didn't have the agent. If you're an artist and you didn't get the right lawyer, you didn't get a deal, right? It's the same kind of... So I said, get rid of agents and tell the players, solicit your coaches you want to play for. Show them your highlights. Call them, text them, email them. They're in the parks every fucking week. Like in New York, we got summer leagues, basketball, street ball. Y'all ever come up top again in the summer? Call me. I'm going to bring you to some parks and you're going to see what I do. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I just did Amityville. Shout out to Mac. They had to have at least 4,000 or 5,000 people out there in the park, outside. No, everyone say that. Everyone say that. Chicago says, y'all said.
Yeah, we definitely can't do nothing like that. Because you were just asking about the Rucker. You like, damn, is the Rucker still going on? Because we really don't be hearing about it like
Rucker,
we used to.
Dykeman, I do Dykeman, Rucker. I do all the parks in New York City.
Dykeman, that's where the Dominicans at?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to go to Dykeman, cuz.
Oh,
dude, I need to go to Dykeman, cuz. I heard about this. Take me to Dykeman, cuz. The Dominicans built
Mikey,
different.
you hear that, Mikey?
Tap in, cuz.
Dímelo.
For sure. Man, good looking for coming through, man, for sure. We definitely gonna spend back in New York, man, for sure. We gonna have to go out there.
Again, in the wintertime is when we do the league. We're inside, we're not outside, and it's in Harlem. But the league go up. I'll send y'all some footage and you see this shit go crazy.
Yeah, we got to come out there and get some B-roll, man,
I
for
made
sure.
an indoor league like outside where the crowd is on top of the court. Like it's not, everything's under control. No one's on the court, but they so close. It's like they in the game. They screaming at the players.
That's lit.
You know, it's a different energy, bro.
That's viral. That's viral. I definitely got to get a part of that, man. I need a bar of that, man.
Clash Pro League.
Hey, shout out to Fave for the connection, cuz.
Yes,
Let me
sir.
see the man behind the mirror, man. My shout out to Fave. Fave, you want to come pop some shit real quick, man? Let the people see your face, or you want to stay behind the curtain, cuz? Okay, he gonna stay the man in the shadows.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming through, man. Much respect. You feel me? Much respect. Thank you for blessing us with the game and pulling up. You definitely earned my respect. You feel me?
Appreciate it. Yeah, for sure. He's easy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Rule
Run him on.
here.
Yeah, tell Rule to come tap in. I got a lot of questions for Rule, cuz man, Rule couldn't miss for a minute. I still be banging some of his shit.
Nah, no one talk about that nigga word game, man. That nigga word game is real. Go listen to the lyrics and you understand the way he puts songs together. Like, he's a song maker, bro.
Oh, that nigga make hits.
Niggas never talk about it. It's like we blackballed. They never talk about it. But fuck that. I put him up against everybody. It don't matter. Song records for record. He got records.
Why he ain't did no what's the verses?
He did. Fat Joe. He
did?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, that was a body bag.
Fat Joe, I don't know why Joe
that was a body bag.
What's up with Joe, man? I've been seeing him on his podcast. Do he be trolling or he be serious about his stories?
No, he's serious about his stories. Shout out Fat Joe. That's family. Like, when we did the verses, the crazy part with the verses was I went and called Joe first. I said, Joe, he's like, Chris. I said, come on, man, let's do something different. I didn't want them to beef with each other. I wanted them to do like a collaboration and, you know what I'm saying, and do something different. And Joe started hitting me with I'm going to put on the pink gloves. We just going to, like, I said, Joe, you thinking you going to fuck my man up? Like, you bugging? He's like, oh, yeah. I was like, wow. But, it is what it is. I didn't want to see that go down. It's no big pressure. Niggas is that's family. Like, family shouldn't be on the stage in that capacity. But it worked out the way it ended. Everything was cool. But he definitely shot fires. I was on that stage yelling at the nigga, like, you going there? Like,
that's
you doing that?
Okay,
that's what we doing?
The gloves is off, cuz up.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, it's up.
Yeah, for sure. He when he first came to the show, he was like, don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to you, Chris. Okay, I see where you going. He was in that mindset.
Look, I'm gonna go home with wifey and watch the movie, man. So
yeah, please do.
I'm gonna go run the streams up.
And hold on, when you watch it, please listen to me.
No, we gonna review it.
I might come back for the review.
We definitely gonna do a review.
And I'll bring Lance or someone with me like that.
We definitely gonna do the review because if it's doing numbers like that, it got to be some shit.
Nah, go take a look, man. I'm proud of my work. That's all.
I around and seen it already and didn't even know.
I know you the Tubi fucking fiend over there.
This nigga, knock it off. This nigga so bullshit.
Says a lot about you.
I ain't even watch Tubi like that.
This nigga,
Only
man.
time I watch it if I'm recommending something. But this
He the
nigga
Tubi
is cat.
nigga, bro.
Says a lot about
He ain't gonna
on
admit
the set.
that nigga's up there on that Tubi.
Hey, Tubi, tap in,
He
cuz.
older than me, but he bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm older than him. They think he older than me because everybody think he older than me. Nah, he just did more time than I did. You know what I'm saying? He a little more institutionalized than I am.
Oh, man.
But yeah, man, y'all run it up, man. Share, like, subscribe to the channel. This was a good one. Shout out all the VwP members out there.
Last couple shout outs because if I don't do it, I'm gonna hear it. I want to shout out my partners, Andy and Trotter, Rich Black, for helping me put all this together. We did it as a team. I couldn't do it alone. You need people. And in my cast, amazing time. We had an incredible time doing this movie. So they can't wait for. Well, I don't want to ruin it since they can't wait for more shit. I'll just leave it at that.
Hey, shout out to Tubi, man.
Yeah.
Because they be giving deals to niggas.
Tubi throwing them layups, cuz.
Nah, don't say that. I can't let that fly. Tubi, in order to get on Tubi, you got to go through a distributor. If they don't make your movie a Tubi original where they bought it from you, where they'll put the money up, you got to go through a distributor, aggregator, someone that has over And then you say, what is a distributor? Someone that has over 100 movie titles. You get it, so they could you go there, and then they'll get it up on it. So I had to go. I tried to go direct. They didn't make it a Tubi original. They shoulda. You know what I'm saying? And I had to go to an aggregator to get my movie out.
So Tubi ain't as smooth as they making it seem.
Nah.
Nah, because I heard they doing podcasts, so I might need to holler at somebody over there at Tubi, cuz get us on Tubi, man.
And it's a
Shout
very
out to
small
Tubi.
crew over there. That's the other thing that I'm shocked. They making all this money and they don't have a lot of people. Not a lot of staff, so you don't got a lot of people to talk to.
Is that right? Hey,
Yeah.
I take 10 lions over 100 sheep any day. So shout out to Tubi, man.
Yeah, it is.
Y'all go run this movie up. Y'all be on the
Already free,
lookout for the
Supreme.
basketball league.
Free Preme, you know what it is.
Run it up, man.
I shouted out Prince too. Where was you at? You asleep? Oh, I shouted out Prince and all of that.
Yeah. Shout out to Prince. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to all the real ones, cuz. Free all the
Right.
homies. Free the home team.
Free the
Free all the
homies.
troops, man. Keep the rats and the snitches, man.
Yeah.
We out of here
Keep
the
them
viral
niggas.
way. Bang.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Good shit. Yeah, good shit.
Ain't no handouts, I did it from the ground up. In the streets, thugging hardest where they found us. Got a problem, nigga, watch my troopers mount up. My bitches bang too, and you a lame though. You niggas ain't outside, yeah, we came through. You want your lights up, we put you on the shade.